Welcome back, truth seekers, in the exciting series, Unveiling Pakistan's Historical Tapestry, from Ancient Civilizations to Modern Nationhood, Episode 2, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never missed any episode of the dark side of technology. So let's begin. Segment 6. Partition and Creation of Pakistan, 1947. As British colonial rule ended in 1947, the Indian subcontinent was divided into two independent nations, India and Pakistan, along religious lines. Pakistan was created as a separate homeland for Muslims. Certainly, the partition of the Indian subcontinent and the creation of Pakistan in 1947 was a significant and transformative event in the region's history. It marked the end of British colonial rule and the birth of two independent nations, India and Pakistan. Here's a detailed exploration of this pivotal period. Background and context. 1. Religious and cultural diversity. The Indian subcontinent was home to a diverse population with various religions, languages, and cultural traditions. Hinduism and Islam were the major religions, with significant minority communities. 2. Demand for autonomy. As nationalist sentiments grew, leaders and movements emerged advocating for self-governance and autonomy. The Indian National Congress and the All India Muslim League were two prominent political parties representing different communities. Events leading to partition. 1. Mountbatten Plan and Partition Proposal. Lord Louis Mountbatten, the last British Viceroy of India, proposed the partition of India along religious lines to address the communal tensions between Hindus and Muslims. This proposal was supported by key leaders including Jawaharlal Nehru and Muhammad Ali Jinnah. 2. Formation of Boundary Commission. A boundary commission was established to determine the boundaries between the proposed states of India and Pakistan. The commission, led by Sir Cyril Radcliffe, faced the daunting task of dividing regions with mixed populations. Partition and creation of Pakistan. 1. Independence Day, August 15, 1947. British colonial rule officially ended on August 15, 1947. India and Pakistan were declared independent nations. 2. Geographical division. The Indian subcontinent was divided into two separate nations, India and Pakistan. Pakistan was created as a homeland for Muslims, encompassing two geographically separated regions, West Pakistan, present-day Pakistan, and East Pakistan, later became Bangladesh. 3. Challenges and violence. The partition led to mass migrations, violence, and communal riots. Millions of Hindus, Muslims, and Sikhs were displaced, leading to tragic loss of life and property. 4. Leadership of Jinnah. Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the leader of the All India Muslim League, became Pakistan's first Governor-General. He played a crucial role in advocating for a separate Muslim-majority nation. Impact and aftermath. 1. Humanitarian crisis. The partition resulted in one of the largest mass migrations in history. The communal violence left a lasting impact on the social fabric of both nations. 2. Bengal Partition, 1971. The geographic separation of East and West Pakistan eventually led to tensions and the eventual independence of East Pakistan, which became the separate nation of Bangladesh in 1971. 3. Legacy and challenges. The partition continues to shape the relations between India and Pakistan, with unresolved issues and conflicts. The Kashmir dispute and other territorial disagreements remain sources of tension. 4. Cultural and religious identity. Pakistan's creation as a Muslim-majority nation solidified its identity as a state that sought to protect the interests and rights of its Muslim population. In summary, the partition of the Indian subcontinent and the creation of Pakistan in 1947 marked a watershed moment in the region's history. While it granted independence to India and Pakistan, it also brought about immense challenges, violence, and displacement. The legacy of partition continues to influence the political, cultural, and social dynamics of the subcontinent to this day. Segment 7. Early years and formation. Pakistan was established as a dominion with two geographically separated wings, West Pakistan, now Pakistan, and East Pakistan, now Bangladesh. Liaquat Ali Khan became the first prime minister, and Muhammad Ali Jinnah served as the governor-general. Certainly, the early years of Pakistan's formation were marked by the establishment of the nation as a dominion and the challenges that came with its unique geographical structure and diverse population. Here's an in-depth exploration of this period. Formation of Pakistan. 1. Independence and dominion status, 1947. On August 14, 1947, Pakistan emerged as an independent nation alongside India. It was initially established as a dominion within the British Commonwealth, which meant it had self-governance while recognizing the British monarch as its head of state. 2. Two geographically separated wings. Pakistan was created with two geographically separated wings: West Pakistan, comprising the provinces of Punjab, Sindh, Baluchistan, and the Northwest Frontier Province, and East Pakistan, the eastern part of Bengal. Leadership and governance. 1. Muhammad Ali Jinnah as Governor-General. Muhammad Ali Jinnah, the driving force behind the demand for a separate Muslim-majority nation, became Pakistan's first Governor-General. He held a prominent ceremonial role in the nation's early years. 2. Liaquat Ali Khan as Prime Minister. Liaquat Ali Khan, a close associate of Jinnah, became Pakistan's first Prime Minister. He played a key role in the early governance of the country, addressing administrative, economic, and social challenges. Challenges and initiatives. 1. Refugee crisis and rehabilitation. The partition of India resulted in a massive refugee crisis, with millions of people migrating between India and Pakistan. The governments had to address the resettlement and rehabilitation of these displaced populations. 2. Constitutional framework. The Constituent Assembly of Pakistan worked on developing a constitution that would define the structure of the new nation. The adoption of a constitution took time due to debates on various issues. 3. Economic challenges. Pakistan faced economic challenges, including the division of assets and resources with India. The new nation had to build its economy from scratch and address issues related to agriculture, industry, and infrastructure. Language controversy and cultural identity. 1. Language issue. The issue of language emerged as a significant challenge. In East Pakistan, Bengali was the predominant language, and the demand for its recognition as a national language led to tensions with the central government in West Pakistan. 2. Cultural diversity. Pakistan was home to diverse ethnic and linguistic groups. Balancing the interests of different regions and communities while forging a national identity was a complex task. Foreign policy and international relations. 1. Kashmir conflict. One of the earliest and most persistent challenges for Pakistan was the dispute over the region of Kashmir with India. The issue has remained a major point of contention between the two nations. 2. Cold War dynamics. Pakistan's strategic location and alignment with the United States during the Cold War era influenced its foreign policy decisions and alliances. Legacy and significance. 1. Founding principles. The early years of Pakistan's formation laid the groundwork for its identity as an independent Muslim-majority nation, dedicated to the principles of democracy, justice, and equality. 2. Challenges and progress. The period was marked by numerous challenges, but also significant efforts to establish governance structures, address economic issues, and shape a unique national identity. In summary, the early years of Pakistan's formation were a time of both promise and challenges. The nation's leadership navigated complex issues of governance, economic development, cultural diversity, and foreign relations as Pakistan began its journey as a sovereign nation. Segment 8. Wars with India. Pakistan and India engaged in armed conflicts in 1947, 1948, 1965, and 1971. The latter war led to the separation of East Pakistan, which became the independent nation of Bangladesh. Certainly, the wars between Pakistan and India have had a significant impact on the history of the subcontinent, shaping the geopolitical landscape and resulting in profound changes. Here are 5 key points about the wars between Pakistan and India. 1. 1947-1948, First Kashmir War. Shortly after the partition of India, Pakistan and India engaged in a conflict over the princely state of Jammu and Kashmir. The war began in October 1947 and ended in December 1948 after the United Nations brokered a ceasefire. The ceasefire line became the line of control, LOC, that separates the region to this day. The war resulted in a divided Kashmir, with Pakistan administering Azad Jammu and Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan, and India administering Jammu and Kashmir. 2. 1965, Second Kashmir War. The 1965 war was sparked by tensions over Kashmir and escalated into a larger conflict between Pakistan and India. The war lasted from April to September 1965 and ended with the signing of the Tashkent Agreement, which facilitated a ceasefire and the withdrawal of forces to pre-war positions. While the war did not lead to significant territorial changes, it further strained relations between the two countries. 3. 1971, Bangladesh Liberation War. The 1971 war was a pivotal event that led to the creation of Bangladesh as an independent nation. The conflict arose from political and cultural differences between West Pakistan, present-day Pakistan, and East Pakistan, present-day Bangladesh. India intervened in support of East Pakistan, leading to a decisive victory for the joint Indian-Bangladeshi forces and the surrender of Pakistani forces in Dhaka. East Pakistan subsequently became the independent nation of Bangladesh. 4. Kargil War, 1999. While not a full-scale war, the Kargil conflict of 1999 was a significant military engagement between Pakistan and India. The conflict centered around the Kargil district in Jammu and Kashmir, where Pakistani forces infiltrated across the line of control, LOC. The war lasted from May to July 1999 and ended with Indian forces successfully pushing back the Pakistani intruders. 5. Ongoing tensions and peace efforts. The wars between Pakistan and India have left a lasting impact on their relations, resulting in ongoing tensions and territorial disputes. Various peace initiatives and confidence-building measures have been undertaken to improve relations between the two countries, but significant challenges remain, particularly regarding issues like Kashmir. In summary, the wars between Pakistan and India have had far-reaching consequences for the subcontinent, reshaping borders, altering political dynamics, and leaving lasting scars on the relationship between the two nations. The conflicts have highlighted the need for diplomatic efforts to address long-standing disputes and promote regional stability. Segment 9. Military rule. Pakistan experienced periods of military rule, with several military coups leading to military governments. General Ayub Khan, General Yahya Khan, and General Zia-ul-Haq were prominent military leaders who held power during different periods. Certainly, the history of Pakistan has been punctuated by periods of military rule, where the country's political leadership was taken over by military leaders through coups. These periods have had significant impacts on Pakistan's governance, society, and political landscape. Here's an overview of military rule in Pakistan, focusing on General Ayub Khan, General Yahya Khan, and General Zia-ul-Haq. 1. General Ayub Khan, 1958-1969. Coup and takeover. In October 1958, General Ayub Khan led a military coup that ousted the civilian government of President Iskandar Mirza. Ayub Khan assumed power as the chief martial law administrator and later as the president of Pakistan. Developmental initiatives. Ayub Khan's regime emphasized modernization and economic development, with policies known as the Ayubian model. Infrastructure projects, such as the construction of dams and highways, were undertaken during this period. Centralization of power. Ayub Khan's rule was marked by centralization of power and limited political freedoms. He introduced a presidential system and curtailed democratic institutions. Protests in decline. As discontent grew over his autocratic rule and economic disparities, protests and movements emerged. Ayub Khan's rule ended in 1969 following widespread protests and demands for democratic reforms. 2. General Yahya Khan, 1969-1971. Coup and civil war. After Ayub Khan's resignation, General Yahya Khan assumed power in 1969. His rule was marked by the outbreak of the Bangladesh Liberation War in 1971, which led to the separation of East Pakistan and the birth of Bangladesh. End of military rule. Yahya Khan's regime faced immense criticism for its handling of the crisis, and he stepped down after the defeat in the war. This marked the end of military rule and the return to civilian governance. 3. General Zia-ul-Haq, 1977-1988. Coup and Islamization. General Zia-ul-Haq came to power through a military coup in 1977, ousting Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto. His regime introduced a strict form of Islamization and implemented laws based on Islamic principles. Afghan War and U.S. alliance. Zia-ul-Haq aligned Pakistan with the United States during the Afghan War against the Soviet Union. This alliance had far-reaching consequences for Pakistan's foreign policy and internal dynamics. Economic and political challenges. Zia-ul-Haq's rule saw economic challenges and political repression. Opposition parties were curtailed, and democratic institutions were weakened. Assassination and transition. Zia-ul-Haq's rule ended abruptly in 1988 when he was killed in a plane crash. His death paved the way for a return to civilian rule and the beginning of a new era in Pakistani politics. Impact and legacy. The periods of military rule in Pakistan have left a lasting impact on the country's political culture, institutions, and society. These periods were characterized by varying degrees of centralization of power, curtailed civil liberties, and economic policies shaped by military leadership. The transition from military to civilian rule and the struggle for democratic governance have been central themes in Pakistan's history. In summary, the military leaders you mentioned, Generals Ayub Khan, Yahya Khan, and Zia-ul-Haq, were instrumental in shaping Pakistan's trajectory during their respective periods of rule. Each leader's regime had its unique policies, challenges, and consequences for the country's political and social landscape. Segment 10. Return to democracy. Despite military rule, democracy periodically returned to Pakistan. Benazir Bhutto became the first female prime minister of Pakistan in 1988, and Nawaz Sharif also served multiple terms as prime minister. Certainly, the return to democracy in Pakistan has been a recurring theme in its history, with periods of civilian governance interspersed between episodes of military rule. The late 1980s marked a significant shift with the emergence of democratic leaders such as Benazir Bhutto and Nawaz Sharif. Here's an overview of this period. 1. Benazir Bhutto, 1988-1990, 1993-1996. First female prime minister, Benazir Bhutto, the daughter of former Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, became the first female Prime Minister of Pakistan in 1988. Challenges and achievements. Bhutto's tenures were marked by both challenges and achievements. Her governments faced economic difficulties, political instability, and allegations of corruption. However, she also worked to expand social and economic opportunities, particularly for women. Dismissals and restorations. Benazir Bhutto's first term was cut short by a dismissal in 1990 due to allegations of corruption. She returned to power in 1993 after winning elections. Assassination. Tragically, Benazir Bhutto was assassinated in 2007, marking a significant loss in Pakistan's political landscape. 2. Nawaz Sharif, 1990-1993, 1997-1999. Multiple prime ministerial terms. Nawaz Sharif, the leader of the Pakistan Muslim League, (N), served multiple terms as Prime Minister of Pakistan. Economic reforms. Sharif's governments focused on economic reforms and infrastructure development. His tenure in the late 1990s saw significant progress in areas such as telecommunications and transportation. Tensions and dismissal. Sharif's second term was marked by tensions with the military, leading to his dismissal by then Chief of Army Staff General Pervez Musharraf in a 1999 coup. Democracy and challenges. Political instability. The period following the 1999 coup witnessed political instability, with military rule under General Pervez Musharraf. Restoration of democracy. After widespread protests and mounting pressure, democracy was restored in Pakistan, leading to the 2008 general elections. 3. Subsequent democratic leaders. Asif Ali Zardari. Following the assassination of Benazir Bhutto, her husband, Asif Ali Zardari, became the president of Pakistan in 2008. He led the Pakistan People's Party, PPP. Return of Nawaz Sharif. Nawaz Sharif returned to power after winning the 2013 elections. His third term as prime minister was marked by efforts to address economic challenges and infrastructure development. Imran Khan. In 2018, former cricketer Imran Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf (PTI) party won the general elections, and he became the prime minister. Khan's government has focused on governance reforms and anti-corruption initiatives. Impact and continuity. The return to democracy in Pakistan has been accompanied by challenges such as political instability, governance issues, and a complex relationship between civilian and military institutions. However, the periodic transition to civilian rule underscores Pakistan's commitment to democratic principles and governance. In summary, the return to democracy in Pakistan has seen leaders like Benazir Bhutto and Nawaz Sharif play pivotal roles in shaping the nation's political landscape. Despite challenges, the country has continued to navigate the delicate balance between civilian governance and military influence. So that's the today video. In this episode, we talk about the Pakistan history. Unveiling Pakistan's historical tapestry, from ancient civilizations to modern nationhood, Episode 2, and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss any episode of the dark side of technology.